Hello, 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 everybody. We're doing a little bit of a late video just to see what we can get stirred up tonight. My name is Amista, and I'm here to do some tarot readings. We will start with a tarot reading about what is our best advice for manifesting, and that best advice would be applicable over the next 24 hours. So we'll do that first, and then after that, we'll do some personal readings for people who show up in the room. We're just going to have a little bit of fun here tonight. So if you're just joining, please say hi. Hey, Nomad. Hello, hello. Welcome. What do you mean? What happened? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Just clearing cards real quick to get ready. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Oh, no, not yet. Right now, we're just clearing cards and getting ready. I like to do that on camera because it gives people a chance to come into the room when they get their notifications. How have you been, Nomad? Hello, hello, everybody coming in. Please feel free to say hi. I'd like to know who I'm talking to. Makes it just a little bit more fun for me. Good mostly? Me too, I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking. There's Gracie. Hello, hello. Thank you for the reminder for everybody for the thumbs ups. I appreciate that, my friend. All right, we're going to start off with my favorite spread. Y'all know what that is. We're going to look at what we should be focusing on over the next 24 hours to manifest whatever it is we want to manifest into our lives. Oh yeah, it's nice to be back. I was on vacation for 2 weeks and I thought for sure I would do videos, but didn't happen. I tried to set up a couple of times and it was too windy because I was outside on some picnic tables at a park. And so after that, I kind of gave it up. There was a lot going on too. Okay, best manifestation advice going down on the table. Goodness. Okay, very interesting. Definitely this has got to be an emotional day for everybody. What we have showing up here is the Three of Scrolls right off the bat for our first manifestation advice. This basically is telling me that we need to feel our feelings, not try to stuff them, not try to project them onto somebody else, but actually feel our feelings. So it's wise to acknowledge the way we feel, and it's wise for us to recognize that our feelings are legitimate. Sometimes other people try to pretend they're not, but that doesn't really matter. Our feelings are legitimate. So it's a time to feel our feelings, and the feelings may not be so much fun right now. And then we have the Celtic owl showing up in reverse. So when we've got the Celtic owl in reverse, this would be similar to a hanged man in reverse. This says that basically once you've felt your feelings and you've allowed yourself to kind of look at the situation and all the perspectives around it, then it's time to break loose out of those feelings. After that, we don't need to just wallow around in them like a pig in a mud puddle. We need to get out of those feelings once we have basically looked at all the perspectives we can on that and learned what we can from whatever the situation was. And then we have the Moon card coming up. And the Moon card basically says that this is what allows us to have some perspective and allows us to see the real deal, is really looking at our feelings and then getting out of the mud puddle allows us to see the truth about this situation. I'm not sure why my camera wants to keep changing my lighting settings. That's odd. It's odd. You do it all. Boop-a-da-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boop-a-da-doo. All right. We've got 2 people in the room, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a number between 1 and 4. And whoever puts that number in the chat first is going to be the first person I read for tonight. Yeah, finding your community is important. 2 is it. Nomad. I don't remember your first name, honey. You're going to have to remind me. Boop-a-doo-doo. Oh, yeah. Thank you. And then, do you want a message from Spirit, or do you have a question for me today? I feel like a question is coming. Oh, here we go. Message from Spirit. That took long enough to come back. I thought, oh, she's writing out a big old question for me. All right, Desiree. What would you like to talk to Desiree about today? Everybody else, be on the lookout for a piggyback message. Oh, no, you're fine. It was probably just the delay on the line. Oh, look at you. We have a repeater card from our manifestation spread. Okay, so Desiree, 9 of spirals shows up first. This just tells me. This tells me that you've got a wind bag somewhere around you, and this can be past, present, or future, but this is a wind bag for me. This 9 of spirals means something different than any other deck. You can see where I get the idea of wind bag. This person can lose track of time talking. So there's somebody around you who's a big wind bag. And this is funny because we have the Knight of Spirals showing up here. This is so interesting. I think that the Knight of Spirals has somebody talking. Maybe talking about them, but also could be talking to them. The Knight of Spirals is somebody who is, they are the action takers. The Knights always take the action, and Spirals is enthusiasm and passion. So taking some kind of action that they're really enthusiastic about. Somebody has somebody else, maybe you, just talking. All right, so let's look at this situation and what's your best advice or heads up around it. So interesting, we have another Knight showing up here. We've got the Knight of Scrolls. This tells me, digging in for information. So this kind of, this person that's talking a lot, they probably have some information. Pay attention to the information that they're bringing up. 3 of Scrolls shows up in reverse. The information that they're talking about, if you pay attention to it, you're going to hear something that makes you feel a little better than what you have been feeling. And with the 3 of Spirals, once you've heard that information, then it's time to start making some plans, some long-term plans. And you'll understand what plans you need to make once you've heard that information that helps you kind of not feel so bad. So that's what we have for you. I hope that makes sense for you. We've got 2 in the room right now. So once again, number between 1 and 4. Whoever puts in the number that I just wrote down and circled will be the next person I read for. Good, I'm glad. That's a nice thing, right? It's funny how, just a little bit of information seems to help us a lot. All right, who else wants a reading tonight? We don't have anybody trying to guess a number between 1 and 4 for a reading. Glacy. 4 is not it, my friend. Try again. 2 is not it. Now you've got a 50-50 shot, whatever you put in there next. 1 is not it. Which means that 3 is it. Okay, do you have a question for me tonight, Gracie, or do you want a message from Spirit? You're funny with all those 3s. Yep. Excuse me for just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Gracie. Message for Gracie. Let's see what we have. Gosh, we've got all kinds of orbs flying around tonight, don't we? That's trippy. We have a crowd of witnesses. Aw, thank you. It's a little cooler here, so I didn't put it up today. Let's see, Gracie, 3 is a crowd. What on earth is going on, Gracie? Look at this. All right. You've got the Nine of Scrolls showing up here. This talks about sadness, obviously, right? Like deep sadness, stress. It's covered by the Ten of Cups in reverse, which basically says the same thing. I want to be happier. I would like to be happier. Okay. Now, let's look at best advice or heads up around this. What's going on? There's some kind of confusion where you don't know up from down. Okay. That's the sorceress. That's like the high priestess. Like when she comes up in reverse, that's confusion. When she's right side up, she's someone like me that knows everything plus some. Hasn't happened yet. Okay, good. Maybe it won't. Don't claim this thing. Feel like, man, Amista's lost it today. I am going to walk through the rest of the insight just in case. The confusion that you're having is because there's something that is toxic. There's somebody that's being false-faced. And then we've got the Knight of Spirals showing up in reverse. This just basically says that we've got somebody being false-faced, and then I think they tell you, "Oh, I'm on with that idea. Let's go with that plan." And then they turn around and they say, "No, I can't do it. I don't have the energy, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the whatever." And then they don't go for it. That's what I think. And I think you were really counting on whatever this is, and then that makes you incredibly sad. Who's flying the plane? What are we talking about the plane? Oh, are you hearing the heater turn on? You've been super happy. I like super happy. Maybe I'm just missing it tonight. You know me. I miss all the time. I miss all the time. All right, let's see. Yeah, I do remember the water. Somebody else brought that up today, yesterday too. She told me, she was like, I normally don't pay that much attention to your predictions. Like I read them and pay a little bit of attention, but that one just stuck with me and stuck with me and stuck with me. And when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a Mrs. Prediction. It was not on time though. It's just going to be on gardening. I like that. That getting grounded is so good for us. And we literally get grounded when we're gardening. Anybody else in the reading or anybody else in the room would like a reading? By the way, don't forget to put the thumbs up on this video if you found any benefit from it, and also share it with others who may also want to have a reading. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that too. I do too. I love to garden. I don't find that I have a lot of time for it lately, but when I used to do it, I loved it. Oh, look at that. Somebody put up a little party thing. All right. So I don't really see any other person saying that they would like a reading. So I guess that's my signal that I should probably get off of here and go to bed. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you so much. There you go. That's the way to do it, Gracie. Everyone, take care. I'll see you next time around. Peace out.